Hello there, YouTube. Devin here again, and today I have this is going to be a helmet video, but it's more of an opinions video. It's what I look for in a helmet. Now, some of you might disagree with this, but this is just based on my personal preferences and stuff like that. I'm going to show you the 3 helmets in my collection that I would most likely wear if I had to choose between them, and I'll go over some of the flaws and everything with them. Each model as I go over them. So the first one here in front of you is the Gen 1 United States Marine Corps lightweight helmet, or lightweight PASGAT if you prefer, because I found out that I guess some of the late production lightweight PASGAT shells were just converted to lightweight helmet shells, which is why you could find some of them without the Gentex sticker in him, like this one, for instance, because it's actually a lightweight PASGAT, as you could tell by the PASGAT screws that were painted over, because after all the lightweight PASGAT shells were used up in their hardware, they started making wider screws that aren't painted over like this. They are put on after the suspension is put in. But this helmet is it's got a lot of what I look for. It has really good coverage. It sits nice. It has I do like having a little bit of a bill in the front. This is a bit large for my taste, which is one of the down flaws. I do like a pretty aggressive neck taper, which this one does have. It has the comfortable chin strap that doesn't bite into your neck. As you can see, it's angled there. It's the X-nape, so it has this cutout in it, so you can look up and go prone a lot easier without your chin strap digging into your neck. So this is probably my second choice. This would be right in the middle as far as helmets go, because it seems to have the least amount, the second least amount of stuff to go wrong with it and everything like that. And the shape is pretty decent. I like the coverage on it, everything like that. It offers a decent amount of protection. All these helmets here are 3A rated for the most part, or really close to that. So but this helmet, it weighs a little bit less than a PASGAT because it's thinner, but it's the same overall shape and it's the same overall sizing as you would a PASGAT. So I wear a size large PASGAT, and so this is a size large Gen 1 lightweight helmet, and it is the Gen 1, so it has the suspension type in it. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I really like suspension type liners instead of pad type liners, because for where I live, which is Minnesota, as some of you might have figured out already, the weather up here is sporadic, to say the least. It can be really hot one day and snow the next. Like, so far here in February, we've had it go from a couple days of being in February, had to go from a couple days of being 60 to right down to -20 the next day. So yeah, so that's just how sporadic the weather can get. So I really like a suspension type because of their ability to exchange heat and everything like that as well. So in the summer, it's a lot cooler because airflow is a lot greater. And in the winter, I can expand it out more, so I could wear a hat underneath it, like a winter hat, very easily, and it'll still be comfortable. There's nothing wrong to go on the suspension. You don't need to change it until something bad, till something goes literally wrong with it, whereas the pads you have to change pretty regularly or they become less effective. And the Velcro, the pads that stick to Velcro, like the ACH pads, they don't stick to the Velcro very well and will just often fall out of the helmet in extreme cold temperatures because they don't stick, and they become very hard in the winter. So it's very uncomfortable, at least when you put it on right away until your pads warm up. So that's why I like the this helmet, because it's made in America, and American military stuff is actually pretty decent. I wouldn't say it's the best, because there's certainly a lot of other countries and a lot of other options out there that have made stuff that's better than this, but I really like this setup, and it's very nice, and I see why the Marine Corps went to an option like this early on before switching to the pad type suspension. But I'm really glad I got this one, brand new, unused, and so this will be probably my number 2 choice. So we'll bring the next one up here, and the next one you've seen before in probably a couple videos, and that's the Canadian CG 634. Now this helmet has a lot of flaws with it if you're going to wear it in prolonged combat and everything like that. It has a lot of issues, some issues for other people more than me, and you can go back and watch my CG634 video and read some of the comments. Somebody left a very, very long detailed comment about some of the problems that you can find with this helmet, such as the suspension tends to come loose, the buckles the like slider buckles that hold it in place tend to come loose really easy. The sweatband isn't the most comfortable because it's kind of like the French type where the suspension goes over the sweatband, so those can cut into your head and stuff like that. But overall, I like the fit and feel of the CG634. It's the heaviest helmet here, but that's okay. I kind of tend to like a heavier helmet anyways because it feels like I have a little bit more support there. As far as that goes, a little bit more rigidity. So I tend to like a thicker helmet anyways. But this helmet, I really like how the Canadians developed this. It has a slight bill in the front, which I really like. This is a very, very ergonomic shape, way ahead of its time for when this helmet came out. The helmet cover is really nice. It's a sophisticated helmet. The suspension, if you do it right and you modify it so nothing comes loose or anything like that, actually fits pretty nice and stuff like that. I don't really have a problem with those little bands there cutting into my head because I will wear a like PT cap or like a baseball cap or something like that, or a boonie hat underneath my helmet, underneath this helmet here, so on my head while I'm wearing this, which gives you a little bit more padding, as well as protects the inside of the helmet from sweat and everything like that, because your sweat is very acidic and stuff. The chin strap's pretty comfortable. It's 3-point, but it's kind of that same X-nape type stuff, and this doesn't really cut into your head super bad when you're going prone, but depending on what kind of body armor you're wearing, since the chin strap does stick down below the shell so much, it can catch. I haven't had too much of a problem with it, but when I'm running some more like historical body armor, like the Pazgat, which has a big collar on it, like a 3/4 inch collar, it's like a, you know, a 3-inch collar, it tends to get in the way sometimes. But if I'm wearing like just my normal plate carrier, like my LWAS, it tends to be just fine. I'm not too worried about it getting in the way or anything like that. It's pretty comfortable as long as, like I said, you do what you need to do to make sure nothing comes loose on it. And there's ways around that, as I've explained in some of my other videos. But I really like the CG634 overall. It was way ahead of its time, and I'm anxious to see where the Canadians go with their replacement for this helmet. So this is probably my number 3 spot, just because of all of the flaws that this things tend to have. Well, I wouldn't say flaws that can't be easily addressed, but it has flaws that you need to deal with before you wear this helmet for a prolonged amount of time and everything like that. And that's just a lot more work to go through. Is when you're going into combat, you want something that's going to be comfortable and work for a long period of time right out of the box. And this probably isn't your best option for that. Which is probably why the Canadians are looking to replace it. But with some slight modification, this can be a very reliable, very comfortable, very nice helmet. So, now the number 1 helmet on my list, and it's one I've been looking to get for a long time, is the 6B47. Now, this has just pretty much an original Pazgat, like M1 liner. I'm not even going to show you it because it's so common on this channel at this point. But this has a pretty ergonomic shape. As well, it's pretty much the same thing as the CG634, except it has a more gradually cut visor here to give you a much wider range of peripheral vision. It's very wide in the back too, to give you that ability so your helmet doesn't snag on your body armor. It's a very, very ergonomic shape. It's a very wide helmet. It's the widest helmet of all 3 of them that I've had up here. Even the Pazgat, which is already considered to be a wide helmet, this is wider than the lightweight helmet that I had up here at the beginning of this video. So that's just something that tends to happen. Russian helmets always seem to be wider as far as composite helmet goes. They tend to be wider than Western helmet variants of close to the same design. This has the kind of ripstop cover. It's like aftermarket. It's not a real one, I don't think, because the real ones are nylon. But this is the only cover I could get that for relatively cheap without having to buy a whole nother helmet, it seemed like, that was listed. So as far as cheap shipping goes, because I don't want to spend, you know, $15 on a helmet cover and, you know, $30 to ship it over here. So if anybody has one 6B27 cover that is an actual one and is looking to sell it, let me know in the comments, and I'll try to work something out with you if you're interested in that. But I like the 6B47 shell overall. It's very, very rugged. It's very, very reliable. There's not a whole lot to go wrong with it. The chin strap is the biggest flaw because it's just a hook and loop type chin strap, so that can come undone pretty easy. But you can change the suspension out here because it's just 6 screws like a Pazgat, and you could easily just drop something new in here, a new chin strap or anything like that, and keep all the bonuses the shell has. So I really, really like that, the ability to quickly replace everything like this, which is why it takes my #1 spot. Also, it's the lightest helmet of this video, so it's got good peripheral vision. All right, so it's got good maneuverability. It doesn't hang up on anything a lot. It has the suspension type, the adjustable suspension type for the year-round climate that we have here in Minnesota, and it's lightweight. I mean, and everything works on it. It's simple. The only down flaw is the chin strap, so that's one flaw in my book. And the fact that it doesn't have a sweatband, but I just threw a Pazgat sweatband on it, like one of the Velcro type Pazgat sweatbands, not one of the ones with the metal clips, just to improve the comfort because the sweatband on it is a narrow piece of fabric. So I threw a Pazgat sweatband on there just to make it a little bit wider so it doesn't cut into your head as much. But other than that, it seems to be the perfect helmet design. So it doesn't have any of the flaws of the other helmets. As far as like comfortability goes, I could wear this helmet for the longest period of time because it's the lightest and everything like that. So so I'll get all the helmets up here on screen now, and we'll get you a comparison of them. So there's the CG634 next to the 6B27, and here's the lightweight helmet right in the way of all that stuff. So we'll get them all up there together so you can see them all close. So yeah, I don't have the cover on the lightweight helmet just because I didn't feel like putting it on there, but it's like an arm's length away, and it's just your standard Pazgat cover pretty much. Same thing. So if you know what the Pazgat cover is, you've seen one, you've seen them all. So I'll leave this video here. Hopefully you guys like this video and you get to know what I'm looking for in a helmet. And if you know any helmets that I haven't done any videos on that you think I might be interested in, please leave a comment. If you want to see any suggestions for future videos, or if you have any questions, leave those in the comments as well, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. But until then, hopefully you guys subscribed, hopefully you liked this video and everything like that. We just got over 75 subscribers today, so I'm beyond excited about that. It pretty much made my whole day here the day before St. Patrick's Day. So thank you so much, community. You've been really, really nice about everything like that. I know some of my information has been wrong in some of my comments, and I've addressed that in the comments, and I plan on going through and remaking some of the videos here. But if you guys want to find me on Facebook, you know, and you have some knowledge on one of the helmets that you have seen a video on, my Facebook is the same thing as my YouTube channel name. And I'm not wearing a helmet in that video, but it's kind of just my face, and then you'll see like a wooden door behind me. So yeah, and it's got kind of like hipster hair. So if you're looking for me, send me a friend request, send me a private message, probably better, on Messenger, on Facebook there, and send me information that I got wrong, or any information you have on a helmet that was in a video I already did. And if it's enough to warrant remaking the video, I will, and I would very much appreciate that, because in the end, these videos are just to help everyone else out there get some information out there, and I don't speak a lot of the other languages from the countries that these helmets come from, so I'd very much appreciate that if you guys wanted to do that, and I would love your input on stuff like that, so I can help improve the videos and help get accurate information out to the community. So thank you all so much for doing that too, leaving your information in the comments like I've been asking. I really, really greatly appreciate it. Everyone else greatly appreciates it too, I think. Especially if you leave links in the comment to cited sources. That would be absolutely wonderful. But other than that, like I said, send me a message on Messenger from Facebook or something like that, and if you could find my profile, and help me out here. I'd very much like to keep making these videos, but I'd like to do them accurate. So with all that there, I will leave the video here, and hopefully I see you guys in the next video. Bye.